evening when William knew it was safe to come in because of his escapade in the designated workout area. Daenerys, can I talk to you for a second? Sure, William, come in. When we got married, you were talking to some people, and at the time before the reception, I had talked to Sansa Stark about something, and it seemed like a good idea at the time. I wanted to see if I could get your approval on it because you are, being the mother of dragons, has the last word on these things. All right, what is it that you wish to tell me about? Well, should we? William's got a smile on his face, and she's kind of smiling as well. Yes, you can speak freely. Well, should we have children? I would imagine that it'd be a bit hard for you to sit on a throne being pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know how it works for Targaryens, but human females, when they get to be a certain size during pregnancy, sitting is almost like uncomfortable. Yes, I would imagine. Well, I was thinking that you probably wouldn't want to be humiliated if, let's say, your water broke, if that's how it works, and you were to go into labor on the throne. Yes, that would be a bit embarrassing. Well, I was thinking, and he hands her a design, why not have a queen's hand? A queen's hand. Well, I was told that originally you had something called Hand of the Queen. I thought perhaps this would be a good idea to maybe train Sansa, because of the fact that should you go into labor, she would have some training from you to act in your place until you were able to do regular duties again once a child was born. She kind of thinks about this for a moment. That does sound like a good idea, but I see you've been busy right after you're married. Well, it wasn't intentional. I mean, it was just something that came to mind. I see. I will have to think this over. And, in fact, actually, that is a very good idea. Is there anything else? Yes. And as Tyrion is my best friend, I won't bring up any bad experiences because, well, I guess he was once Hand of the Queen, but I wasn't here when whatever happened. But he could be like Throne Guardian, and perhaps it would be a good way you can test him. And maybe he could have a second chance to redeem himself. She looks at the design way and then hands it. I like this as well. You've been doing well, you know. And I think this was after the wedding as well. No, this was recent. I see. Very well then. She then has Missandei summon Tyrion and Sansa to the throne room. Sansa comes in and does her official bow. Sansa, William has brought up a very important fact. Should I bear children with my human husband, I would be in a most embarrassing situation because should I go into labor, it would, well, you can imagine, be most humiliating. Yes, you probably are quite right, Queen Daenerys. Well, how would you feel about being Queen's Hand? I would train you, of course, so when the time comes, you could act in my stead. Oh, um, yeah, I would love to do this. It would then give me training for when I should, hopefully one day, take my rightful place in Winterfell. This is good then, since William and I do have a honeymoon coming up, a human custom which I wish to experience. Your first test would be, after training, to be acting in my stead in my absence while William and I go on this human custom called honeymoon. This also seems like a little exciting. I'd be delighted. Good. So I will have something for you, and before we take off, I will hand you your official seal that makes you Queen's Hand. Oh, thank you, my Queen. And so she bows before her. Tyrion then comes in. Yes? No, I didn't do it. Well, let's hope not, Tyrion. I don't know what it is you did. That's not why I'm taught you here. Oh, okay. How may I be of service to you? And he bows before her. William has kind of given me an idea, though I know we didn't exactly part on good company, but I did allow you and your wife Marcella to be residents here. I think to be throne guardian would be something I can offer you. You, of course, would work in the palace, and you wouldn't merely just stand at the throne. There would be other duties for you, but you would stand by as Sansa acts as Queen's Hand. Oh, well, um, that's good. Gives her practice for when she goes to Winterfell. Yes, that's what she said. And I guess that gives me something to do. Well, I kind of like the idea, and as soon as I have the seal made, before William and I go on this human custom called honeymoon, I will be handing you your seal as well. Well, thank you, my Queen. That is all. And so they both bow and leave. Missandei, yes, my Queen. Would you go plan on packing? I have this list here, and she hands her the document. Things that William and I will be needing for our trip, and you should pack as well. Yes, my Queen. I will go ahead and start this now. So she leaves. Is there anything else you wish to discuss with him? No. I'm actually looking forward to our time together, as I will, for much as the ecstasies and the pleasures that you have no idea that's coming to you. Well, sounds very exciting. Oh, it will be. You have no idea. Well, I guess there is some benefits to being human. Really. You guys see this is funny. Well, I get to experience things in your world that you probably have experienced every day. Well, I haven't experienced everything. There may be one thing that I haven't experienced, but I'll let you know what that is when the time comes. Well, I suppose then I'll do whatever I can to help pack some things myself. Yes. Missandei's going to help you, of course, to make sure they are at least somewhat appropriate. I understand. Very well then, I will see you later, William. Alright, I will see you later, Daenerys. And he bows before her and leaves. As Tyrion's getting his grand tour of the palace, not that he hasn't seen it before, but shown the duties he'll be doing other than just standing and guarding the throne. Daenerys takes Sansa around and shows her the various areas that she'll be at. As you know, the meeting room, of course, is where most important meetings and strategies are held, but I doubt you'll need to do this, because Um, it's usually something that I take care of myself, and unless there should come up something where we're under attack, this would only be done as a last resort. Of course, Sansa understands this. And as they go down the hall, um, they come across the first chambers, which is a little more private. As you know, my chambers is strictly off limits. I understand, my queen. So, in the meantime, you will have these chambers to sleep in while William and I are absent on this human custom, the honeymoon. Thank you, my queen. So then I continue on. The sunroom, of course, if somebody should come and visit, would be one where you can meet certain dignitaries, anyone who wishes to discuss any business. This would be the most appropriate place because the sunroom is for most guests to meet in. Unless something should happen to William and I, which hopefully nothing will. This is where most of the banquets or dinners and meals would be eaten here in the banquet room. In here, which I have designated to William as his designated workout area, it's more like another type of lounging area. But aside from the meeting room, there's the more elegant lounging area, which would probably be more suitable for those of us of nobility. But on occasion, if you should feel that it would be necessary, you can always have someone or yourself checking this area. She then takes down another hall and comes to the grand banquet room. So this here will probably not be used until my return. I understand, my queen. But you can have it checked on every so often, just to make sure nobody's lingering where they shouldn't be. So, as they get done with the tour, they go back to the meeting room, where then Sansa takes a seat, and Daenerys then covers the last things to be covered as far as duties go, since most of it was already covered while going through the palace, and though not actually documented in the palace records. One thing is for certain, something, and with the seal that I'm about to give you, most will know when they see the seal, Queen's Hand, as William calls it, whatever you say is the same as me saying it. Do you understand? Yes, my queen. So, if anyone has a problem with this, then they would be the same as disrespecting me. And they already know what the penalty of that is. I doubt you will have any problem with this. In the meantime, if it's something really important, you'll have to inform them that I'll be gone for about 3 or 4 days, maybe longer if a special invitation should come out, and then we'll have to extend it for a day. In the meantime, they will have to wait till my return. I understand, and I will make sure this is done then. And your expectations. Good. Well then, I hereby declare you as Queen's Hand, and she hands her the seal, which she puts on to her outfit. Tyrion finally then shows up. Well, I got the tour, not that I needed to see it again, but I guess I already know what my duties are. Good, Tyrion, and you're now the throne guardian. She gives him the seal. Well, thank you. I guess then that's pretty much it then. There's nothing else that we need to cover. Yes. So then, as they socialize for a bit, then William, of course, makes his way to the chambers where Missandei was seen packing by Daenerys and Sansa, and he starts packing things himself. As Missandei was packing, Leon was picking some things as well. They occasionally look at each other, but don't say a word. Finally, William kind of gets brave enough to ask her, Missandei, am I permitted to talk to you? Well, of course, William. Sits on the foot of the bed. Do you think I'm appropriate for Daenerys? Appropriate for Daenerys? How do you mean? Well, you have to admit, Missandei, I am human. Your world's only heard myths and legends about people of my kind. I tend to get myself into trouble and do things I'm not supposed to. So, kind of smiles about this. Well, Liam, you still have much to learn. Yes. I just wondering. I mean, I know I'm trying to make changes, to do what's right. Well, that's good, Liam. It shows that you're putting forth the effort to blend in. Then she sits beside him. I normally don't give advice, ma'am, to men because I am in service to our queen. But because you have no one to confide in, at least not yet. None that you have appointed or anyone hasn't been appointed. I would simply tell you not to change too much. You mean she likes it when I goof off? No. Well, you shouldn't give a goof off too much. No, that's not what I meant, William. I wouldn't change too much because you have greatly stimulated her in ways I'm not allowed or permitted to speak of. And I wouldn't pry or ask you to give information that would probably be inappropriate for you to tell me anyway. Well, not so much would be my punishment as it would be yours should it be back to her. And I am obligated to say whatever is discussed to her. Oh, so she would probably know then we're having this conversation. Well, I am the handmaiden to the queen. Well, it's not like it's a secret. I just kind of want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. I don't want to embarrass her. Imagine the music thing in the designated exercise area was a bit much. To say the least, it was highly unexpected. Using this strange device thing that you have. And I want to, by the way, apologize to Sandy for that. Let's just pretend that I didn't see nothing and you didn't do anything wrong. Alright, I'll accept that. So she quickly changed the subject. So, what is it that disturbs you then? Well, I know I'll never get to meet her father, and I bet he was a great man. And some believe this, others seem to speak ill of him because he was called the Mad King. But I'm pretty sure, although Daenerys could probably confirm it herself, he would have liked you because you're a strange one. Well, gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. Yeah, she laughs a bit. Well, have to tell the truth. Well, yeah, I guess so. Well, but I wouldn't change much as far as Daenerys is concerned. Before you got here, she was in Westfall. And had you not shown up, she would have probably had to choose somebody if somebody would have wanted her. She certainly wouldn't marry Dario. He doesn't even hold that of a duke, and you only hold less than half, which barely qualified you. That's true. But, since you got here, her whole mood is different. You may not be able to sense this, because I know as a human you only have 6 senses. We, of course, have more than this. So, I would continue doing what you're doing, but try to use, how should we say, I don't want to say modesty, because you need to be broken as that. I would say moderation. I know that it's hard for you to adjust, because one moment you come to our world in the most unexpectedness, no way to get back. She falls in love with you, doesn't tell you right away because she didn't want to scare you off. And we all know you already fell in love with her. When it turns 3 shades red. And you do change color, which seems to delight her as well. And so everything happens so fast. We felt so hard for her. Not that there's anything wrong with this, but this is not your world. Though it is good now because you've come to live here. So the things you've done in your world, you have to undo and do certain things to blend in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. So I would try to do things not so obvious or drawing attention to yourself. Well, that's good advice. Well, do you think she's happy with me? Yes, we have no idea. I would tell you things, but then I'd be violating her trust. I cannot tell you certain things, but I can tell you this. You are quite the amusing one for her. She has called you her pet only because there's no other like you. You're the only human. But yes, you need not worry about that. Okay. Well, since you have to tell her, then you can tell her that I love her very much. And that I intend to enjoy every day as over the last. Not that it is, since I human figures a speech, as we call it. Oh, okay. Well, go on. Just let her know that I would love to have many children with her and live the rest of my days with her. She kind of smiles about that. Well, that might be interesting for her to hear from me, but I'll be sure she understands. Alright. So, he gets up then, so in case somebody should walk in and doesn't look suspicious, and then she gets up and they continue packing the trunk. And so then they get ready to take off, but there will be a special fanfare when all this does for their farewell to, again, the official human custom, the honeymoon. Eventually, servants had loaded up the luggage, and Missandei then waits, or gets into the royal carriage first. Then Daenerys gets in, followed by her human husband, William. And so they are now ready to go on to this human custom called a honeymoon. And as they close the door, they start traveling. And as they do, William looks out the windows, as does Daenerys and Missandei, and they are led in the royal tradition of a fanfare. Banners up front with various night guards and banners in the back. This way, those from a distance knows that it's not a movement of an attack towards any particular kingdom, but of a royal travel. And so then the fanfare, how though somewhat quaint, is sounded as they depart Meereen for the next city over to start this human custom called a honeymoon for the next 4 days. As they traveled along, it was rather a hot day, at least in her world. Um, and she looks down, and well, William's kind of like fallen asleep, and she doesn't disturb him because he now has his head in her lap. She has a smile on her face and watches him as he's breathing. Missandei seems also a little bit curious about this, and kind of quietly asks, "McQueen, do you think the heat's gotten to him?" Well, he's not from our world. I would imagine that such a journey would be kind of tiresome for him. And that's probably why he's low in stature. Perhaps you're right. We do have quite a journey ahead of us. Well, hopefully he will have the energy once we get there to show us what this honeymoon is like. Yes, I am looking forward to this myself. And so, with a smile, she watches out the window as they continue on their journey. And Missandei looks at both Daenerys and William and seems pleased that they make quite the couple. So their journey continues as they are heading to the next town over at Slaver's Bay, portside the city, to begin the human custom of honeymoon.